I have a feeling that not very many people are going to show up just because, thank you, Tonyo. Um, First period had very, like, I was missing a lot of kids, um, which is really bad because this is your test, guys. So, yeah. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna put it into chat, the link for today. Um, are we going to finish today's activity? No, we are not. We're going to finish it on Monday. What I would like you guys to do is we're gonna go through this and we're gonna kind of, again, I want to really focus on this first piece because the first piece is worth more points. Thank you, Kim. I'm gonna put it in chat. That's the activity for today. Um, Oops, no, not that. This way. There we go. So I see some of you guys going through it and you're like, oh my God, this is a lot. I just saw one of you guys go click, 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 click. And you went, woo! All right. Hey, Sammy. All right, guys. So I'm going to click on here. You're going to see that I'm going to have two tabs open. And that's because we're going to do things a little differently today. I am going to actually, thank you, Sammy. I am actually going to write on the master copy. And what you guys are going to do, you guys are going to be responsible for the numbers on the bottom. So I'm actually going to highlight the ones that you guys will be doing. And I'll highlight all of them so that you guys know which ones you guys are doing and which ones I am going to do. Sounds good. Again, are we going to be able to cover all of this today? No, we're not. Notice here, there's one page here. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to write teacher. And then you guys are going to do this one. And again, the only reason why I'm doing this is so that you guys know, okay, she's going to do that one. I'm going to be responsible for this one. And again, guys, this is very similar to the final that you guys are going to have. So I'm going to go back to page 1. So that you guys know, if you guys see a sticker like this, I can't put it on myself. It says keep going. When you guys see that picture or that sticker come up here, it means that you're on the right path. I will be writing comments as you guys are doing this so that you guys can work through this with like just I like tips on what you guys might be doing wrong. Hey Manuel, can you put your birthday into chat? And that's the activity that we're gonna start right now. Thank you. And Jose, good morning. Let me put in chat what your activity is going to be for today. And we're about to get started. And don't forget to put your birthday. And this is being recorded. If you guys have any internet issues, just, you guys can watch this later. Technically, if you go into my YouTube channel, the entire review is there from the first semester. So you guys can watch that if you guys want to see the entire thing and kind of review things on your own. So you guys have that chance too. Um, so this is how it's going to work for today. Thank you, Jose. Is we're going to go through all of these. We're probably only going to go, yes, uh, technically there's 18, because there's like a bunch of questions. It's a long test. That's the reason why we're taking 2 days to do it. So if we look at our calendar for this, the rest of the school year, guys, like today's, like we're almost done. Next week is our last like week of work, and that's it. So we'll finish this on Monday, and then you guys will have your final on the last on Tuesday and then Thursday. I would suggest we're gonna start it on Tuesday, but I'm gonna give you guys an extra hour, like during the tutoring time, for you guys to finish it. Do you have to come into tutoring for it? No, you just log into your test. I'm gonna unlock it because at the end of the period, I'm gonna lock it. But you guys are going to be able to have an extra hour. And for a lot of the kids in the first set of kids, they did that and they were able to be done. And then that means you don't have to come to class on Thursday or any of these other days unless you guys want to work on missing assignments. So you guys should know what your final grade is by Thursday. If you're not happy with that, then the rest of these days is just going to be you guys kept trying to raise your grade to whatever you guys need. Remember, there is no school next Friday or the 31st. It'll be a 4-day weekend. And then you only have Zoom classes on Tuesday and Thursday of the following week. We're done. That's it, guys. Like, that's it. Done. So most of your classes this next week will be the final week of you guys doing work. And then you'll most likely be either taking finals on the last 2 days, or you guys are going to be doing catch up work or something, because we only have an hour in each class. So it's not much. Again, if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. You guys can put it into chat. We've done some of these already, but again, everything that you guys see here, that you're going to have these questions on your final. So if you don't understand how we got something, please, please, please ask it now, so that you, when you're taking this on your own, you guys can do it. All right. So I'm going to baby step everything. And then you guys are going to have all of this. Can you guys use this on your final? Yeah, you can. So any comments that you guys want to put for yourselves on the sides, by all means, I would suggest you guys do that. So it says here, graph the function f of x equals negative 3x plus 2. Remember, f of x is the same thing as y. And when I'm graphing, excuse me, I'm looking for this format, y equals mx plus b, where b equals my y-intercept, or my y-int. Let's just do it that way. And m equals my slope. So when I'm looking at this, and I'm going to do them in different colors, here is my y-intercept. This goes here at 2. And when I'm graphing it, I would start here at 0 and count up 1, 2, plot my point right there. My slope, I'll do that in green, is the number in front of our x, and that's going to be this right here, my slope, which is my m. So what's my slope? It's going to be negative 3. I am going to put this over 1 to help me be able to write my directions. You don't have to do it like that, but you know, I'm going to do it like that. And what does this mean? It means I'm going to go down 3 and then 1 to the right. If I'm going to go the opposite direction, I could also go up and then left. So if I have to go the opposite direction. All right, so this is for up. So I'm going to graph that. So from the purple point, not from the beginning, from the purple point, because some kids in last period thought we started at 0. From the purple point, I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to the right. Plot my point right there. And I do that again, as many times as I can. 1, 2, 3, over 1, plot my point. I can't go this way, but I can go the opposite way. And let me, I guess I'll do that in black. So 1, 2, 3, over 1, and then plot my point right there. And then don't forget to connect your dots. Is this increasing or decreasing? What we can do to figure out if it's increasing or decreasing is we can write the word slope and see, is it going down or if it's going up? This is going down. So then that means that I have a decreasing slope. Another way that we can tell is this has a negative in the front. So then that means I'm going to have a negative. And then is this linear or is this exponential? We see that it has a line. So obviously it's going to be linear. So what are we going to do? I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes, the length of a song, to go over this one on your own. I'm going to be watching you guys as you're doing it. And we'll see from there. All right, I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes with this one. To resume, because I didn't do any of that stuff. Awesome. So minus, oops. I added that -1 equals 16. And I'm going to make this text bigger so that you guys can see that. So I'm going to change the color to that. And again, all I did was I added this extra 1. From here, I need to combine my like terms. So I have an x here, and I have this negative x here. So 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 gives me a 1x, and then everything else comes down. At any point, guys, if you guys are confused on something, put it into chat and I can help you guys out. From here, I can't type anymore. I need to get the x all by itself. So I need to get rid of this 2. So how do I get rid of a -2? By doing the opposite. What's the opposite of a negative? It's a positive. So I get 1x. My 2's go away. Equals 16 plus 2 is 18. Now, this is a 1, so I can get rid of it. I don't actually need this. This is my answer. X is 18, so I'm going to put it right here. Don't forget to put your answers on the line. However, if it would have been like 3x equals 18, then I would divide both of these by 3. And then I would get my answer. So don't forget, you guys should be dividing if there's a number in the front. So if number in front of x. You guys are now going to do this bottom one. And for those of you guys out in YouTube land, I totally skipped the explanation here because I forgot to press resume. I won't make that mistake again, but this was the answer to the bottom, your part of question 1. So there's your 5, there's your slope. You wrote down slope, decreasing linear. All right, I'm gonna pause the video one more time. So for the most part, the majority of you guys are doing this one correct. Some of you guys are making tiny mistakes. So let's look over this. Again, we're gonna distribute. So 3 times x, all of you guys got that right, 3x. However, this part, you guys forgot to distribute this, or you did it wrong. 3 times 8, negative 2. Some of you guys just brought the negative 2 down instead of multiplying. 3 times 2. 3 times 2 gives me a negative 6. And then I'm going to have that negative 1x just so that I can put that invisible 1 right there. Equals 12. If you guys made any mistake, please fix it. Some of you guys didn't go into question 1 and fix it after that. So if you made a mistake, please fix that. So it should have been 3x minus 6 minus 1x equals 12. From here, you have your x's, so we can combine those. 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 gives me a 2x, and then everything else comes back down. And for the most part, those of you guys who are doing it, even if you made this mistake wrong, you guys did combine them correctly. So you didn't accidentally combine the wrong ones. So good job on that. From here, I need to get the x all by itself. So I need to get rid of that 6. So how do I get rid of a negative 6? I need to add 6 to both sides. Bring down my 2x. My 6's go away, equals 12 plus 6 gives me 18. Last step is to get rid of that 2. So divide by 2, divide by 2, and I get x equals 2 goes into 18 9 times. So my answer, which it needs to be over here, it will not count if it's here and not here. Make sure that you put it here, is going to be 9. So if you guys made a mistake, please correct it. If you guys did awesome, you guys should have gotten your sticker, or I will give you guys your sticker when you guys are working on the next one. All right, give me a thumbs up if you guys are good and we can move on. Clap if you guys need some more time with this. Yeah, some of you guys are like, oh, that extra piece that I wrote up here, the if a number in front of x, what do you do? Yeah. So again, having those like little like comments, it would be beneficial for you guys. So if you guys know that you made a mistake, probably again put your like, you know, I forgot to distribute the 3 to the negative 2. Be careful. All right. You could leave yourself a little comment like that if you guys made a mistake. so that you know when you guys are looking at this, when you're taking your final, that, oh, I made that mistake. Let me not make that mistake again. So that would be a suggestion from me. All right, let's move on to question 3. And question 3 looks like this. So question 3 says, solve each system of equations. System of equations, which means I have to have 2 lines. Show your method or explain your reasoning. Your graphs are provided if you need it. What does this mean? It means either graph it to show your work and give me your answer, or do some work or explain your reasoning. Because there's sometimes that we can have, like if we remember certain rules, we don't have to work as hard. Which reminds me, I need that. So give me 1 sec. So there are 2 ways that you guys can solve this. Since they're both set equal to y, I would probably say graphing would be the best way to do it. If you want to use substitution, then we can do that as well. Question for you guys. Which one of you guys would actually use substitution for this? Give me a thumbs up if you guys would use substitution. Does anyone want me to show substitution for this one? Okay. So I'll do both. So let's graph that first because graphing makes more sense because they're both set equal to y, and we'll do that one first. So what's my y-intercept here? My y-intercept for this one would be a positive 2. So I'm going to start that here. I'm going to climb up 1, 2, plot my point right there. And then what's my y-intercept? My slope? My slope is a negative 3. I'm going to put that over 1. And again, I'm going to go down and 1 to the right. Or I can go up and then to the left. So down 3. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the right. Or I can go up. 1, 2, 3, 1 to the left. Be careful with your lefts and right, guys. And then connect my dots. I'll leave one of them there. For the other one, watch out. This is technically a 1 here, so be careful with that. And I have b equals what? B equals negative 2. So I'm going to start there. 1, 2, plot my point right there. And then my slope is 1 over 1, which means I'm going to go up 1 and 1 to the right. Or I can go down 1 and 1 to the left. So I'm going to go up and over. I already know what my point is. It's going to be right there. That's going to be my solution. How do I know? Yes. What's up? How do I know? Is because it's crossing that extra line. And then plot my points. And connect my dots. Shh. Not everyone's going to notice that. Shh. All right. What's my solution? my solution is right here at 1, 1, or 1, -1. So I'm going to draw my point. Remember, this is my x and this is my y. And I can figure out, I'm going to start here at 0. I'm going to go over 1. So that's 1 to the right. So this is a 1. And I'm going to go down 1, which is a -1. 1, -1. So that's my answer. If I did them by solving through substitution, it would look a little bit different. We're going to take this whole equation right here, and we're going to plug it into this y. So it would look like this, -3x plus 2 equals, and again, I'm going to put that 1x minus 2. And let me make this bigger. This is substitution if you guys wanted to do it that way. Some were asking me to give you guys that example. So I'm going to look at both of my x's. Which x is smaller? It's going to be that -3. Why? Because that's a negative and this is a positive. So obviously that's going to be smaller. And I'm going to move it to the other side. Why do I move the -1? Because then when I add them, it ends up giving me a positive answer, which I like positive answers. I don't like negative answers. So my 3x's go away. I'm left with a 2 equals 1 plus 3 gives me a 4x minus 2. Get the x all by itself. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. 2 plus 2 gives me a 4. And bring down the 4x. I have to get rid of that 4 now, so divide both of them by 4. And I get x equals 1, which is exactly what we got here. So we know that we did it right. I'm then going to type in my equation, y equals, and I can use either one of these. So I'm going to use the bottom one. It's easier. Y. So I have x minus 2. And I'm going to take this guy right here. Oh, let me do this in a different color. And go, whee! We're going to plug it in there. That's your choice. You're going to miss out on this. So that's on you. Y equals 1 minus 2. So y equals 1 minus 2 gives me a -1, which again is what we had here. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. And I'm going to type it right here for you guys to have. Let me copy it from first period. Here's some hints for you guys. And let me make this super small. And I'm going to make them different colors. So all right, couple of things here, guys. You do not need to do both. You can choose to do graphing or you can choose to do substitution. You do not need to do both. But here's a couple of hints, guys. If our slopes are different, which we did have, here's my slope here, here's my slope here. They are different. We instantly can say, oh, I'm going to have a one solution, so I can put my parentheses, like I can set it up. If I see that the slopes were the same though, then that means I have a no solution. If I'm using substitution though, I would get something like 3 equals 4. That's not true. So it would be a false statement. That's a no solution. Infinitely many solutions would be something like -2 equals -2. Obviously, that's true. So it would be infinitely many solutions. If you guys can tell those differences, then you might not have to do any of this work. You might just be able to look at the slopes and be able to type out a sentence saying, this is going to be a no solution because both slopes are the same, but the y-intercepts are different. Or this is going to be infinitely many solutions because both equations are exactly the same. You wouldn't have to do any work, but you would have to pay attention to this right here. So that's what it is talking about showing or explaining your reasoning. So show your method, either graphing or substitution, or explain your reasoning, meaning you guys remember these hints so you guys can write me a sentence instead of doing all that work. All right, I'm going to pause it. I want you guys to try the one on the bottom. Resume. Haha, I remembered this time. All right, I am not going to go over this bottom one, guys. If you guys didn't notice, I made a mistake and I caught this during first period. And some of you guys noticed, they're exactly the same. Did anyone not catch that? Give me a thumbs up. Did anyone not even see that? Okay. So, yeah, for those of you guys who did it, even though, you're still supposed to copy it down. And again, whenever I make those mistakes, it hopefully you guys tried it on your own without looking up at the top, unless you guys were confused and then you're like, wait a second. I will say one of you guys accidentally wrote your solution like this. And remember, it's supposed to be as a point, not as a fraction. So one of you guys made that mistake. So please be careful with that. So again, I'm not going to cover this one because it's the same thing as the top. So we're going to do question 4. And then for some reason, no. This is here and I don't know why, and I can't get rid of it. So I am going to use my whiteout and white it out on you guys so you're not confused either. Who's this? Hello. Oh, that's not what I want to give you. I want to give you this. There is an activity that we're doing right now. So let me erase this for you guys. All right. So looking at this one, I'm going to look at these equations and notice I have fractions here. Since I have fractions, I'm not going to be able to use substitution because we don't use substitution when we see fractions. All right. So if you guys want to put that comment up here, can't use substitution if slopes are fractions. So there's a comment right there. So that means that I'm going to have to graph these. So B equals 3 because I have plus 3 right here. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, plot my point right there. And then 2 over 3, I means I'm going to go up 2 and 3 to the right. So up 2, 1, 2, and then 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3, plot my point right there. I can't go anymore, so we can go the opposite direction and go down 2 and 3 to the left. So down 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, plot my point right there, and that's as far as I can go. So connect my dots. Then I have to do the same thing with the bottom one. And again, you do need to do both. The whole point is to figure out where, they intersect. My first point is going to be at -4 because b equals -4. So I'm going to restart at 0 and count down 1, 2, 3, 4. Plot that point right there. And then I'm going to go up 2, 3 to the right. So up 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Plot my point right there. And I can't go any more on either side. I don't have any more space. So I'm going to connect my dots and kind of try to extend it as much as I can. Looking at this, what kind of solution do I have? Am I going to write, the points? Did they cross? Is it no solution? Or is it infinitely many solutions? Yeah, I don't cross. They're not going to ever touch. They're parallel to each other. That means I'm going to have no solution as my answer. Here's the deal, guys. We did all this work. However, if we went back to page 3 and look at these tips that I have, you could see that for no solution, it says that they have the same slope with the different y-intercepts. Look at your slopes. I have 2 over 3. I have 2 over 3. If you guys saw that, you didn't have to do any of this stuff. All you would have to have done was write me up a sentence. I saw the slopes are the same, but the y-intercept is different. So I know that I will have a no solution. If we had this, if I had this, then I can write, I would still need to write no solution here. But all you would have had to have written is this and this. That's if you guys remember this. If you remember these rules right here, then all you have to do is just write the sentence. If you didn't, then yeah, you're going to have to do the work. And is that okay? Totally fine. Are you going to get more points for knowing this? No. Same amount of points. But you could write it as a sentence. But again, don't forget to write the no solution. So you're going to do the bottom one. Do it whichever way you guys want to do it. I'm going to pause the video and So first period, also did the same thing. So again, here are my two slopes. They're both the same, but my y-intercepts are different. So we automatically know it's going to be no solution. But if we needed to graph this, totally fine. Here's my first one. My y-intercept is at 4. So I'm going to climb up 1, 2, 3, 4, plot my point right there. And then this tells me I'm going to go up and 2 to the right. However, if I try and do that, I don't have space. So I can't go that way. So I need to do the opposite of what that tells me. So what's the opposite of up? That's down. What's the opposite of right? Left. And that's the mistake that some of you guys made. You guys still went to the right, even though you went down. So you guys went to the right instead of the left. So if you guys made that mistake, please correct it. 1, 2, 3 down, and then 1, 2 to the left. Again, 1, 2, 3 down and 2 to the left. The only reason why we had to go left is because I don't have space up here to be able to go up. And then connect those dots. And then I do the bottom one. My y-intercept for this one is going to be -2. So I'm going to restart at 0 and count down 1, 2, plot my point right there. And then again, I'm going to go up 3 and 2 to the right. And this time I do have space, so that's fine. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, plot my point right there. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, plot my point right there. And then I can go backwards as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, plot my point right there. And then connect my dots. And as you guys can tell, I don't have anything that they are going to cross. So again, it is no solution. So if you guys made that mistake, and if you were able to see both of the slopes were the same, but the y-intercepts were different, and that gives you a no solution, that's totally fine too. All right, we're going to do one more, guys. We're going to do page 5, and that's going to be the last one that we're going to be able to do. So looking at this, we're going to look at our two equations. We're still in systems, and it's asking us specifically, how many solutions do I have? So maybe we can use these hints again. All right, so this is going to be key to have these hints. So it says, how many solutions will there be for the system of linear equations? Looking at this though, I could graph, but I would probably use substitution because this one's already solved and this one I would have to solve it. So I would use substitution for this. Can you move the x over and then divide everything by 3 and then graph both? Yeah, you could. But I think doing substitution would be a lot faster. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go wee, and I'm going to plug it into my y. So I'm going to type that all up. The 3x stays the same. Oops, this is, I don't want red, I want black. Plus 3 stays the same. Parentheses, the part that's not going to be the same is that negative, I'm going to put a 1x again. That way we have that invisible 1 right there. Plus 3 parentheses equals 9. So what did I do? I substituted, I plugged in that first equation into the second equation. Now we can distribute. Nothing happens to this 3x in the front, so I'm going to bring that down. Bless you. I'm going to distribute 3 times that negative 1. Don't forget that negative. 3 times a negative 1 gives me a negative 3x. And a positive 3 times a positive 3 gives me a positive 9. Equals 9. Now we have to combine like terms. And if we look, we see that both of these are 3x and a negative 3x. 3 minus 3 means that these guys are going to go away. It gives me 0. Oops. So I get 9 equals 9. Again, 3 minus 3 gives me 0. I don't need that x anymore because I don't have any. I just have 9 equals 9. Is this true? Is 9 equal 9? Give me a thumbs up if 9 does equal 9. Give me a clap if it does not. I know that sounds like a dumb answer. So yeah, of course, 9 does equal 9. So looking at page 3, I'm going to see, and I know that this is small, but we didn't have that much space left. Which one is a true statement? Infinitely many solutions is a true statement. See how I have the same thing twice? So when I go back to 5, then my answer is going to be infinitely many solutions. Okay? That is the easiest way to do this one. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to do the bottom one. Again, don't forget to do your exit ticket. As you guys are doing the bottom one, let me tell you, do you have to finish this at home? No, you do not. If you guys would like to, you guys could do the ones that are highlighted in purple. Those are the ones that you will be responsible for eventually. But we are going to finish this up on Monday. And then don't forget your final is going to be on Tuesday and Thursday. Once that's done, that's it. We're done. If you guys, you'll just have nothing but exit tickets after that. But if you guys want to still, if you're not happy with your grade, you guys can still work on your grade to improve it. But this is the final stretch, guys. So make sure that you guys are catching up and paying attention to this. I'm going to give you guys another 2 minutes to do this one. I think I have like an anime song. Actually, resume. All right. I see some of you guys trying to graph this, and let me help you guys out with that. If you're graphing this, you guys know how to graph this one. This one's 4, and then your slope is going to be -2 over 1. So down 2, 1 to the right. Where you're going to get mixed up in is this down here. So what you would have to do is you're going to have to get rid of the 6x. Oh, whoops. I need to erase this and put it over here. So you're going to have to subtract 6x from both sides. And I'm going to get 3y equals, can't combine these because this is an x, -6x plus 12. The 6's go away, right? Then divide everything by 3. And I get y equals negative 2x plus 4. And if you're really paying attention, you still shouldn't have to graph it, because you should see that this and this are exactly the same. So it should be infinitely many solutions. If you did graph it, then you would go up 4, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And then you would notice that one is on top of the other. So you would just have one graph. That would be blue. Well, that would be red. And then I would draw another one on top of the other one. And then make that one blue. And you should see one on top of the other. If you did it through substitution, you should have had 6x plus 3 parentheses negative 2x plus 4 parentheses equals 12. And I know we're out of time, so I'm going to go a little bit fast here. So let me highlight the pieces that you guys should have had. These should have been red. You guys would have gotten this piece as red. These guys are the same, so I can cross them out. And I would get 12 equals 12, which is still infinitely many solutions. All right, so do you have to finish this? No, you do not. If you would like to, you are more than welcome to go through this, through the rest, because remember, this is basically your final. You can go through all of these that are highlighted in purple. And then if you guys are stuck on one, you guys can always private message me and be like, hey, how do I do question blah? You guys could also go onto YouTube, and I think I'm probably going to add this to the stream as well. And I already have these videos ready for you guys from first semester, or for my first set of kids. So I can post those if you guys want to see it and just be over and done with, and make sure that you guys know how to do this. However, you don't have to do that. Just work on your other assignments from this week, all the other ones, everything from here, last week of work, and you guys can do that. Other than that, guys, have a very good weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. Take care, and we'll finish this up tomorrow. Bye, guys.